Good morning everyone, I'm Tyron Buslon from 11 Succory ABM, and for this video, I'm going to talk about imaging in design for online environment. So before we cross to image manipulation, let us learn first the basic principle of graphics and layout. First, that is balance. Every element of design, typography, colors, images, shape, patterns, and etc. carries a visual weight. Some elements are heavy and draw the eye, while others elements are lighter. There are two basic types of balance, symmetrical and asymmetrical. Symmetrical designs lay out elements of equal weight on either side of an imaginary center line, while asymmetrical balance uses elements of differing weights often laid out in relation to a line that is not centered within the overall design. The next principle is the color. The color is used for emphasis or may elicit emotions from viewers, determined by its hue, intensity, and value. Next is proximity. It is simply the process of ensuring related design elements are placed together. And next is the alignment. It is simply the way visual elements are arranged so that they line up in some way. There are two basic kinds of alignment, the edge and center. Edge alignment determines the placement of elements in relation to the edge of page or canvas. This can mean the elements are aligned to the left side or right side, but it can also mean they are aligned to the top or bottom of the page. So as long as it uses an edge to organize everything, while center alignment aligns all the elements so that an invisible central line on the page will always be in the center of the elements. And next is the repetition. It is the process of repeating elements throughout a design to give a unified look. Repetition goes with consistency of your design on font size, patterns, and colors. And last is contrast. It is the divergence of opposing elements. It allows us to emphasize or highlight key elements in your design. So we'll go to image manipulation techniques. Photo or image manipulations involves transforming or using various methods and techniques to achieve desired result. Some photo manipulations are considered skillful artwork while others are frowned upon as unethical practices, especially when used to deceive the public. Other examples include being used for political propaganda or to make a product or person look better or simply for entertainment purposes or harmless prank. There are lots of software and smartphone applications nowadays that can enhance or manipulate images like Adobe Photoshop, Snapseed, Adobe Lightroom, and others. Advanced editing software will offer these basic tools and will also include refinements that allow you to do more sophisticated editing that's outside the scope of this article. You don't have to do all of the basic editing steps on every image, but the steps you choose to do should be done in the order listed. First is crop and clean up your images. Next is adjust the white balance, adjust exposure and contrast, adjust color vibrancy and saturation, and adjust sharpness. Let us remember that we should always remember that while there is a growing popularity of editing and posting images online, let us remember to respect each individual and use the etiquette. Remember the human. And next, editing images is a powerful tool, but it needs to responsibility and it should not be abused. Do not use editing tools to malign others. If the posting is for fun, the meaning of posting images should be universally understood and treated with respect. And last, do not overdo in editing too as if the editing output is far from the reality of the image. Let us enhance but not to create a fantasy. And that's all for this video. Thank you for listening.